Sheila E. was Prince's drummer, collaborator, longtime friend, and at one point even his fiancée. The recording artist this morning is in Minneapolis, where she went immediately to pay her respects. Sheila E., good morning.
Good morning, Charlie.
As I said, you flew immediately to Minneapolis, but you knew the man. We've been talking about the genius. Tell us about the man.
He was an incredible person, very talented, and as everyone has said, so far he was a genius. And the music that he created and what he's done and left in his legacy of music for the fans is something that all of us will never, ever forget. His music will live on forever. What
was the personal attraction that drew you to him and his sense of presence?
Well, we both loved a lot of the same music, the same artist, and we were both very competitive. We liked a lot of the same things, and we figured out, we became friends very quickly when we first met. He hadn't been following my career, and we just liked a lot of the same things, you know, and we were able to, you know, sit in a room or at the studio and record for hours on end, even days at a time, and just have fun.
You wrote in your book, Sheila E., that you were on stage and you two were performing, and he looked over and he proposed to you. Tell us about that. What you said, how that happened.
Yeah, we were performing, and I was playing drums at that time, and you know, there's moments. For those who are musicians, we sometimes get into this place of a trance almost, and I was playing Purple Rain, one of my favorite songs, and a lot of times it would make me cry, and we were so into it that, you know, sometimes we'd open our eyes and forget that we were in front of 20, 30,000 people. And at that particular time, as I opened my eyes, I looked at him. At the same time, he looked at me, and he asked me to marry him at that exact moment.
And wow. And Sheila, I want more. I would like to know what he was like as a couple. You two were a couple. You two had a very high-profile relationship. What was he like, that part of him? Was he funny? Was he engaging? What was he like?
Was he sexy?
Oh,
yeah.
No, he was...
Was he sexy? Yeah, that's right.
He was, yeah. Yes, he was very funny. He had a great sense of humor, and I don't know, we just did a lot of things together, you know, went to the movies, you know, we played, love sports, so we always played, you know, basketball, ping pong, pool. We did a lot of things that, you know, people do, and whatever normal might be.
Sounds like things I'd like to do.
Anthony Mason, one of our correspondents, described him earlier as restlessly prolific. You say he was a workaholic. How did he spend his days?
It just depended on how he felt, you know. Sometimes, especially when we were on the road, we would stop somewhere and just go to the movie or just hang out and, you know, do something and then go to sound check, you know, and then again, yes, a workaholic, we would sometimes go and stop at a recording studio just to record before we get to the next show.
Why did you feel I have to be in Minneapolis this morning? Why was that important to you? What is happening there?
Well, yesterday morning when I found out, I immediately called my manager, Gilbert, who was with me at the time, and I said, we got to go back home. I called it here home. I said, we got to go back to Minneapolis, and we have to find out what's happening. And, you know, I just felt that I needed to be here, and I felt that he would want me to be here.
Have you heard exactly what happened, Sheila? There's so much speculation and rumor. Have you heard exactly what happened to him?
We're still waiting on a lot. I do know a lot. There's things I can't talk about. I really wanted to just, you know, share anytime that I got a chance to speak with anyone was really just to share the great moments and the great music and the great person that he is and was.
All right, a lot of people feeling that this morning. Thank you, Sheila E., very much.